and we'll keep on dripping to the end. Doom, 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 doom. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for loose drip, cause we are the champions of DeFi. Let's turn everybody. It's your boy Crypto Dom, man. Yo, what's going on? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? How we feeling, man? How we feeling? Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? We good? We good? We about to get straight to it today. Levels good. Levels is right. All right, we here, man. We the champions, man. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Crypto Don here at Doncep DeFi, back again, another marvelous, spectacular live stream, man. You already know the vibes. We lit. We back at the spot like we parallel parking, man. We getting to it, bro. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you didn't know yesterday, the NBA championship was there. It was a very quiet NBA championship. The Denver Nuggets won the championship. But the reason I bring it up is because I want to talk about something that involves championship DNA and why we have it and why we are going to win the championship. Well, number one, we already won the championship. Okay, we're in drip, so we won the championship. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is this. I saw the Nuggets game yesterday, and I was watching it, and I just started thinking about their season, and I started thinking about all the components of why they won the championship. I mean, they were the best team all year, right? Going into the playoffs, they were the best team. And then they showed their levels of dominance throughout the whole series of why they were the best team. It makes sense why they won a championship. But I want to correlate that. Obviously, you know I love basketball. I want to correlate that to why we're winning the championship. So let's look at the team, right? You got Nikola Jokic, somebody that could just do everything. You know, you got Jamal Murray, that is a great point guard. You got shooters, you got defenders, you have a great coach. You have all the things in a system that is needed to win championships. Let me talk about drip for a second. Forex Shark. I mean, the guy is one of one, genuinely one of one. I can say that very confidently, that he's one of one when it comes to this developing creative and just being able to be one of the head leading devs in the DeFi crypto space. Definitely a big asset to have on your team. But everybody here in the crypto space, in the drip community, we are the role players, and everybody has different roles. Everybody has different roles. But we are a great team. We are a championship team. That's why when we come together, there's nobody that can beat us. Now, let me tell you something about the stats. Remember when I told you Denver was leading all year? Funny, Drip is leading all year. There's nobody that can beat us. Literally, nobody. Pick one. They all have failed. Every last one of them have failed compared to Drip. You're not doing what Drip is doing, have not been paying 1% compound interest for 2 years. That's false, fabricated information. You haven't been doing it. So there goes another thing that leads on to Drip. We have the stats to prove why we're the best, okay? And we have a track record to prove it against everything. Put our numbers against everything. You can not only put our numbers against other copies of Drip, put our numbers against other stables, put our numbers against other coins, bro. You can really do stuff with Drip, bro. We can really talk about billions with a B. And then we're going to start talking about DDD and all the implementations and everything, because this is something else that you need for championship winning. You need a spark plug. You need something that out the blue, when things ain't going right from your main contributors, you're going to have a spark plug. So somebody like Christian Braun or somebody like Aaron Gordon, right? Two spark plugs to where even when other things wasn't going right, they were able to come in there and pick up the slack for when Jokic was getting double teamed or if Jamal Murray was having an off shooting night, right? And here's the thing, DDD, these utilities that we have for Drip, these are the spark plugs. DDD is going to be the spark plug, the biggest spark plug. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be literally like a heart transplant. It's going to be putting the beat back into Drip, bro. It's literally going to make people look at this through a whole nother perspective, because then what ends up happening is this. The price start going up. Now everybody looks at Drip different now. People don't look at Drip the same. People don't think of Drip as this, 1%, this, that, and the third. They look at it like, oh, it's this thing that is appreciating and paying out people X amount of money. They're going to forget about the core principles. And that's why I always make sure that I come here and I tell you the core principles. Because you know what else you need to win a championship? You need discipline, and you need to make sure that you don't get outside of the goal. You need to make sure that you look at right there in the face what you're trying to do. Okay, I'm trying to win this championship. What is needed? We need 4 wins. Okay, let's go get 4 wins. If we get 3 wins, that's great, but that's not 4 because we need 4. So there's no reason to celebrate. I don't know if you ever seen the Kobe Bryant meme when he says the job's not finished. So if the job's not finished, the job's not finished. I remember when I made my first 1,000 drip, my goal got higher and the job wasn't finished. I was happy for the moment, but the job wasn't finished. When you get to that max account, the job's not finished. What are you gonna do now? What Forex said in the live that one time when he said about when he was talking to Stunner and he was saying about how like, yeah, what else are you gonna do with the drip? Like, of course you're supposed to make more accounts. Is the job finished for you when you hit 1 maxed account? Is the job finished for you when you get 1 win, 2 wins? Or are you finished when you get a championship? Or are you not finished when you get a championship? Because me, even when you win the ring, because this is what I love to see. I saw Jokic, right? He wins the championship, and then it's like, all right. You know what I mean? People are just like, all right, we're going to get back to it. Like, it's a celebration. They're going to celebrate for these next couple weeks and all that. And then over the summer, it's back to training and it's back to work. And that's the thing that I really think people can pick up from winning in general. To be a champion, it's not just about the moment. You can't just win once and then think you're a champion. No. Yeah, you won once. Now remain champion. Because I'm not gonna say it's easy to become champion because it's hard to become a champion, but it's even harder to maintain being a champion because now you have people trying to knock you off the horse. Now people are literally going at you like this, boom, boom, boom. Next year, watch when they play the Nuggets. This year when people play the Nuggets, they was like, oh, okay, yeah, they're good. They slept on them. Everybody slept on them. Now next year, watch how it goes into. They're gonna be like, yo, this is the championship team. We gotta prove to them that we're better. And just like with Drip, we're at the top spot. When DDD comes out, the spark plug comes out and takes us back to literally excelling and leading everything. There's nobody that can ever say anything, period, even though you can't say anything now, but then once the price starts appreciating, there's definitely nothing you can say. Once we start going there, Drip is going to be at such a high that literally people are going to try to do anything they can to knock us off the square. The problem is, or for them at least, is that you're not knocking us off this square. We're too deep. We're too deep. We're looking like champions like Michael Jordan, 3-peat, back to back to back to back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we about to be, like, we're not even about to do the whole you get a chance to win. Because this is what I love about DDD. This is what I love about this spark plug that's coming in. This is going to give us the opportunity to literally put our foots on every last one of your necks. Every last one of you. There's nobody that's going to be able to say anything. Undisputed champ is definitely what we're going for. There's nobody that's going to win. Floyd Money Mayweather type vibes. You feel me? Like, you can't beat Drip. You can't beat us. Our community's too big. When it comes to these percentage daily you're not beating us. No. Simple as that. Because we have the people that care about it the most. We have all the people that truly care about compound interest. So you're not beating us. Now, I want to say this. As far as DDD and when it's coming out, like you all know, I don't know anything about that. I don't have any direct correlation with Forex, but judging off of just how things are going to usually work, he sent out a message and it was a bullish message. I love it. I feel as though he's ready to, keep moving forward with it. But I think that the timeline is looking like maybe we might get an announcement either today or tomorrow, and it might be an announcement maybe for Thursday. Everybody is kind of looking at Thursday as the way of us going live. It's a potential, I don't know, but tonight I'm buying more Drip, and this leads me into my next thing. I posted on Twitter, if you want to make sure that you could be a potential selection of where I go start my new wallet and my new team, I'm going to start a new team. Shout out to Crypto Kings when he did it. I got some inspiration for that. Like, yeah, this is a way that I could definitely help out and give back to the community, even when the prices are low, because I'm definitely going to be buying Drip. I'm bringing a sledgehammer, man. I'm going to be doing a good buy so you can get a good amount of Drip if you can, if I pick your wallet address. So just comment under the tweet I did, your buddy address, and I'll definitely be able to pick one. And then by tonight or tomorrow, you should be able to have some more Drip in your account. So I just want to give back in any way that I can. I don't have any BREAP to myself right now, simply because I have a strategy on when I'm going to buy BREAP, just for when I start posting more on YouTube and doing more of the team element. But I definitely want to help out in any way that I can. So if you want to do that, make sure you go on my Twitter, and then that way you can go leave your buddy address, and I'll be selecting it whenever I'm making that deposit. But yeah, man, I mean, I feel like as a champion, you got to look at things differently, because the way you look at life and the way that you go about your day when you're not the champion switches when you are, because now instead of head hunting for that top spot, like we're chasing for it, now you're standing ground and you're defending being chased. Now you got a whole bunch of people all over the place that are going to try to slander your name, talk crazy about you, try to do anything they can do to put themselves into that number one spot. You know the difference between us and a lot of people though? We're ready to be in that number one spot though. You know, we've been here for a long time. We've been maintaining it here for a long time. It ain't lonely at the top, but we don't see none of you. You know, we see a whole bunch of us at the top. And that's where a lot of people just got it messed up, especially the futters. I love you though. I love you because you guys give me more of a reason to keep preaching this, to keep preaching the word of drip and just to preach the community, because I love the fact that no matter what you say, drip is gonna keep dripping. I think that is the dopest thing ever. The fact that I can wake up, and I have been waking up for over a year and a half, go into this wallet, go into my account, and I can just see drip, dripping. Don't matter what the price, I ain't worried about the price. I got into this understanding the core principles that the price is irrelevant for right now. I'm in this for years anyway. So if you have a long mentality, if you have a championship mentality, because you have to understand, when you win a championship, you can't just sim to the championship. That's not how it works. You need to play regular season games. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be things that go wrong. Everything doesn't go right to win a championship. Sometimes championships have luck. There's luck involved with championships. Just like all these improvements and all these things that we're getting with Drip and with the Animal Farm, this is luck. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Drip is still paying and we found the right thing, that's luck. To win the championship in life. So let's take this bigger than Drip, because you know I like to do that here. I don't like to just talk about Drip and all that. I'm trying to bring this into more of a life perspective. To win the championship in life, if you want to get rich, if you want to get whatever in a money, if financial goals is it, then you need to do the other stuff that goes into winning a championship. And getting into Drip could be a really good play for you. It could be a luck play. It was a consistency play. It has a lot of different factors into it. But also maybe making money in real life or doing other things. That's if finances is your thing. Maybe it's working out as your goal. Maybe that's your championship, to have a six pack or whatever. Like, treat the championship as your goal. Whatever your goal is, what you need to do, there needs to be proper steps in place. And what I love is everybody that's here in this live, or most of the people that's here in this live, have been doing consistent steps to take them into championship winning. And you have a championship mindset. You know, there's some people that go into the league and they go into the season like, hey, man, I don't know if we're going to win. I don't know if we'll win. We might win. We might not. Right then off the rip, I already know you're a loser. You don't have the championship mentality. I don't go into things like, man, we're going to lose or this, that, and the third. I'll give you a quick story on why I stopped playing basketball at my school. So when I was in high school, I was playing on my team, and I always knew obviously, you know, when you're a kid, you have these hoop dreams or these sports dreams that you're going to be a professional athlete. So I got the realization once I was like in seventh grade, I'm not going to the NBA, simply off the fact that I don't think I'm going to be like 6 foot something, like 6'5" or something like that. So I was like, if I ain't 6'5", 6'6" or something like that, I ain't going. So I realized that, and I didn't even really care about basketball like that. I loved to play, but I knew that that's not what I wanted to do. But when I went to my new school or whatever, I ended up waiting till like my senior year, and I was like, you know what, all right, why not give it a try? But I also had a job, so I didn't have time to go to practice and all that. And but I was nice though, so I played whatever we played, and I was going to practice sometimes and whenever I could and stuff. And people just didn't have a winning mentality, man. It was like, well, whatever happens, and we weren't good at all. But um, when we played this one team, we got cooked, bro. Like, we had 30 something, and the other team had like 99, and I had like half our points. I had like 13, 15 points. And when we lost the game, we went back into the locker room, and I'm heated, bro. I'm furious. I'm furious. And they go in there and they're just like, well, at least they didn't score 100, and they're laughing and joking. And I'm just like, man, I'm done, man. I'm not being here with people that don't want to win. I can't be around people that don't want to win. If you like to lose, if you find enjoyment in losing, if you think losing is cool, if you think that like being poor performance and not being your best self is fun and amusing, then you got to get away from me. I can't be around this type of energy. And that's why I love Drip so much. That's why I love this community so much, because I'm around people that want to win. I'm around people that actually want to win, bro. There's a difference in people that say they want to win and then actually want to win. People that actually want to win do actions. You have to match it with actions, bro. And them compounded, I know that it's just a button, and I understand that it's not really a lot of technical work that you're doing, but to be in this and to be mentally strong, because this is a play on your mental. And when this price goes up, if it goes up, let me not say when, because whatever. If the price goes up, it's going to test where you are. How strong are you? What's your goals? Also, it's going to be able to test how smart are you. Is it time for you to take out some profits? Maybe not even just because of the price, because of life situation. Maybe you need something. And what are you going to do with the money? Are you going to gamble it? Are you going to try to flip it into more? Are you going to use it responsibly? So, getting rich is just step one. Maintaining the rich, maintaining the wealth, winning the championship is just that one. But maintaining being the champion, that is the true task. You know, people think it's hard getting there. Imagine staying there. You know how hard it is to know everybody every day you walk outside, they want to beat you. Everybody's goal is to beat you. Not everybody else. They don't even care about anybody else. They just want to beat you because you have that number one spot. And the pressure that you have on you now to keep that spot is even bigger. But even if you look at it like on the new UI, like when people win the new influencing spot, right? And they're number one on the charts, people are going to be like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to be Biggest Sacrifice. So if you want to continue to have your name on the charts, you're going to have to continue being bigger and bigger. Somebody's going to try to outdo you. Someone's going to try to outbid you. Somebody with the Biggest Sacrifice on DDD. There's going to be people that are trying to win. People are going to have their goals, and people are going to do things that are going to make them win and achieve their goals. But I will say this to you. If you're in this, if you're in Drip, if you're just watching on the sidelines, there's two different perspectives here. Those that are in it, those that are compounding, those that are actually going towards the goal of max payout, 100,000 Drip, 27,400 in the faucet, people that are trying to do things to hit max payout, you will be rewarded if you're doing that. But if you're not and you're just sitting back and letting things just chill, I just watched a video with Drip Coach, and he was talking about how 90% of the community got less than 1,000 Drip or something like that, or 5,000 Drip or something like that. And if that's 90% of the community, I mean, where are you going to lie? Are you going to lie in the 90% or the 10%? Do you want to be the top 1% or do you want to be the 99%? Where do you want to be? Label yourself, make sure you rank yourself, and then you have to go and do whatever is according to the goal. If you don't want to be the top, and I'm not saying this like everybody needs to be at the top. That might not be your goal. Your goal might just be to, let me just make a couple whatever. Let me make X amount of Drip. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what's good and what's bad. All I'm trying to tell you is this. You need to define what's good and what's bad, and then do things that actually can get you to whatever the good is for you. Whatever your overlying goal is, you need to come up with a strict game plan, and it needs to be dissective too. You can't just be like, all right, I'm going to just pop up in the telegrams. I'm going to just go on Twitter. Like, you need to do things that actually have correlation to the goal. I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to DCA. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. That is stuff that can actually take you towards your goal. Because what people don't understand sometimes is if you're game planning wrong, that can mess up your whole goal, or that can change the duration of how long it takes your goal, Game planning, you need to change the strategy sometimes to win championship. You can't go into every game the same. So you can't just go in here every single day when the price, like, I know I say the price matters, so let me not say the price doesn't matter. The price does matter. The price does matter. And sometimes at some point you're going to need to understand this might be a good time for me to leave, or this is a good time for me to buy. Because if you just look at this as dashboard money all day, you're not going to have anything. Okay? At some point, the price is going to have to matter enough for you to claim it and take it. Because if you're in it and you don't take anything, then you didn't win at all. You lost, because now you don't have any money. That means anything you gave in, you just sacrificed and you didn't receive. So, You need to make sure that you come up with some type of strategy. You need to come up with some type of specific game plan. And you also need to make sure you have some spark plugs and be ready to adjust. A lot of winning is made off adjustments, bro. There's gonna be a lot of things that might go wrong. Sometimes you might look at the price like it's at $1.40. What do? Bam, you do that one day. Then it goes down to 79 cents. What are you gonna do then? What do you do next? Always think about what to do next. To win, you have to be able to be mobile. You need to be able to think like, all right, I'm on the spot. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. And you also need to plan, because if you look into the Nuggets versus the Heat, right, to go back into basketball for a little bit, it's lineups, it's adjustments, it's okay, matchups. Oh, I see that he's too small to guard him, so we're going to attack him every time. He got 2 fouls. Make sure that he gets another foul. Learning the game, learning how to win, setting yourself up to be in best predicament to win. If you play chess, attacking a certain position, you know what I mean? Take a certain piece so that way you can get advantages on the board. You need to make sure that in life you go capitalize on your advantages, but you need to put yourself in predicament to do that, you know? And I think a lot of us have. So I'm not saying this to you. I mean, some of this is applicable to you, but for some people, if any of this is triggering or if any of this is actually clicking to you, really sit back and watch this again and really just ask yourself these questions. And when you ask them, answer them, write it down. Like, these are things that you need to be consistently asking yourself to win, because winning isn't just a one-time thing. At least for me, it's not. You know, if you want to be considered a winner, like a consistent winner, like a champion, you know, I don't want to be a winner. If you want to be a champion, though, you got to be able to stand for it, because somebody's going to come. There's going to be a point where you have to defend your championship, because there's always a new champion. The thing about being at the top is that you can't slack off, because when you slack off, you give somebody else a chance to be at the top. You will not be at the top and slack off. That's why people that maintain their greatness, we look at them and we praise them, and people get idolized for that. LeBron James gets idolized because the man has been great for 20 years. He's been doing this at a high level for 20 years, exceptional for 20 years. People that do this for so long, that is why the longevity, the fact that you've been fighting, and champions don't win every day. It's not always something that you have to win, okay? In order to be a champion doesn't mean that you win every time, but in order to be a champion, you need to go through a cycle of things every time. You do need to know what it feels like to lose. You do need to know what it feels like to lose in order to win, because you'll never appreciate being the champion if you don't know how it feels to not have it. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in life, you will lose. And to those that think that they're going to win every time, that's not how it works. That's not how life works. Nothing works like that. But it's about how you bounce back from that. Do you give up from that? So, like for me, when the hacker or whatever tried to take my drip or something, like, I could have just been like, you know what, I don't believe this. I'm done with everything. I don't care about nothing. Like, forget this, forget drip. I don't want to do anything. They stole my money. I give up. But it's like, no. You take that on the chin. Okay, you took my pigs, you took my dogs, you do what I did. You know what I do? Go get more money. Double down. You know the best payback I can do? The position I had before that they took, now let me go double that. Let me go double that for me and make sure that that don't happen again. Get that squared away, make sure that don't happen again. But I'm not going to get shaken out of my position, out of my beliefs. I'm not going to lose my championship because one of my players got injured. Just because one of my accounts got injured, that's why I got other accounts. That's why I have to be prepared, because if I'm not ready for that, if I'm just banking on that one account and I'm just banking on that and I'm just banking, I put all my chips into one basket and I have no spark plug, I got nothing else that can, then I'm liable to just setting myself up to lose. But you need to set yourself up to win in order to win. And that's the biggest thing that I want people to get, man. Make sure that you put yourself in position to win. And if you're here in drip, if you're here compounding, here doing your daily tasks, DCAing, talking, getting people engaged in the drip ecosystem, you're doing a great thing. But if you're doing that towards your goals in life, you're doing a better thing, man. Do whatever you need to do and win in life, whether it's with your kids, your relationship, whether it's with finance, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you have to do to win, but you have to make sure you put yourself in predicament to win. And remember, I'm talking to myself as well here. I'm included here. I watch these videos back and I watch and I'll be like, yo, I need to take my own advice with that. I need to get stronger with that. I need to stand more on that, because This is truly how I feel. And I really feel like if people just stand on that more and just win the correct way and turn themselves into champions, that everything will be way better for people. You know, I feel like if people just have to have a winner mentality, though, you have to have a champion mentality. And I'm not gonna go as far as say you have to have a Mamba mentality, because that's a different level of focus. And I think that using portions of like the Mamba mentality and just that type of level of focus and level of care, you know, and want to win, I think that is definitely something to aspire and chase after. But I'm trying to get to that Mamba mentality level. I'm trying to touch that level of consciousness that I'm so tapped in with myself to win that nothing else matters but just winning and getting the goal done no matter what else, you know? And I think that it's really hard. It's not something that's easy to do, because I see people just throw around like Mamba mentality, like, oh, he has Mamba mentality, he has Mamba. No, no, no. The level of obsession you have to win, you know, that's a new level. That's a new level that I'm trying to break into. And I'm not saying that you have to get into it, but I definitely encourage that if you want to win and you want to just have a more winning mentality, that you look at stuff like that. You look at people like Kobe, Michael Jordan, look at some of these basketball figures like LeBron James, look at these top players, look at the top people in any profession, and then go study their story, and then go look at them, how they had to be the top. Like, it's hard to be at the top for like for all to maintain top, to maintain being lit. It's hard. And yes, somebody did take the pigs, the dogs, and everything. But you know, we don't worry about that. You know, I just thank God that I'm in this. I thank God that I'm able to be in this type of situation. And the fact that they took the pigs and dogs and all that when it was up and all that, and that's cool. They did their thing. But now I can get them at a cheaper rate by putting half the money in. So, you know, I got to look at the cup half full. Like I tell you, I don't like to look at things half empty. Somebody do something, things happen to me. I don't like to look at it like, oh, dang, I'm in the slums, I'm in this. I can't have my mindset be there. I got to look at it bullish. I got to be positive. I don't carry this bullish energy just to drip. It's not just about drip. This is how I want to go about life. This is how I do life, because I think in life it's too short and we have so much to lose. So why would I be happy about anything that sorry, why would I be sad about anything that I'm gaining? Like, I feel happy just to be here. The fact that I'm here on alive, then we can start talking about drip and the fact that I'm here and all the things that have happened. So I don't worry about little small stuff, bro. I've lost way more money. Money is just something that comes in and out. It comes and goes. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is here. If I'm mentally strong here, if my championship mentality is in my head, I'll have money in my pocket. I'm not worried about that. My mentality can't be in my pockets though. If I'm based all about money, then I'm going to be all messed up. You feel me? If I have no sense of soul, if I have no sense of compassion, you got to have some core values to you too. Because I feel like a lot of people really do look at life just like you have to go all in on one thing. You have to be so money hungry, you can't just focus on family time, or you have to be so family time, you can't focus on money, or you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, it's not all or nothing. Like, in life, you have 24 hours. And I know it's not the most time in a day, but man, it's a lot of time if you use it correctly. And I just count up all the wasted hours that I even use. And it's like, I could be so much further if I use my time correctly. That's why I talk about Forex Shark and his level of focus. He has that Mamba mentality, his obsession to win. The fact that he's putting in 15-hour days consistently over and over and over and over for years. This is the type of competitive, that's compound interest in itself of work. And it puts you in the competition so far away, because the level of skill that you just have so much more skill because you put so much more time in. So I say all this to say this: if you want to have a championship mentality, if you want to truly become a champion, you need to do the actions and you need to outwork everybody else that is trying to become the champion. And then you have to outwork the champion themselves. You know what I mean? You have to. You have to. You got to chase that top spot, and then you got to beat that top spot. And then when you hit that top spot, you got to maintain it. And we have done so many parts of that. Now it's the maintaining. And the thing is, we've been maintaining. In order to keep maintaining, all you have to do is keep DCAing, keep hydrating, keep compounding, keep being bullish, keep doing the positive actions that's got us to this point. And then once we go even further, we're gonna just go so far that it doesn't matter where the competition goes. We're gonna be putting so much compound interest of work, utility, just entertainment, the amount of value we're bringing to the space, money, capital. You know what I'm saying? The TVL. We're going to have so much compounding in this ecosystem, not just drip. Remember that. It's not just about drip. In this ecosystem, that literally there's nothing that the competition could do because we have something built for everything. We were preparing for this. We're ready for this. We're ready for the moment. And at the end of the day, as long as you're ready for the moment, no matter what happens, we have a substitute for everything. We have a backup site ready to go. We have this ready to go. Adjustments, lineups, changes. It doesn't matter what happens. We're ready to go. And that's the thing that we need. And we have all the keys to win champions. To win championships, we have every single piece that we need, more than what we need. And we already been winning. That's why we're going to keep winning. So that's all I have to say for you all, man. I hope you got something from that. I hope that I taught you something. Maybe you learned something. Maybe this is something you already knew, but I hope that I could just reinstill it into you and just want you to understand it's not just about crypto. It's not just about DeFi. It's about life, period. Life, period. You need to have a game plan. And in order to be a champion, you need to outwork everybody, every single person. So treat it like the garden in a sense. You know how in drip, you typically hydrate like once a day, maybe twice. But in the garden, if you want to be at the top spot in the garden and you want your ownership to be the best, you keep compounding. You keep hitting hydrate or plant plants, right? You keep making more plants. You keep doing it because you're outbeating the other people. Now you're getting more of ownership. You're getting more percentage ownership. If you want to win, you need to make sure you're doing things that other people aren't doing. It's not easy to win, and it's hard to be a champion. But to be a champion and to maintain a champion with the right work ethic and with the proper work ethic, you can, and we will, and we have, and we will continue to keep doing so. So if you want to continue to get in touch with me, make sure you go follow me on Twitter at DonSepDeFi. Make sure you hydrate the like button at DonSepDeFi, man. And I'll be going live with Trap DeFi possibly tomorrow, man. So if you want to get bullish for that, we're going to be on here on this YouTube channel with a crazy live, man. So I can't wait to spit some more game with y'all tomorrow. If you want to get a chance to get that airdrop, make sure you go to my Twitter under the post, leave your buddy address or whatever, and I'll be picking somebody whenever I get my funds. And other than that, that's all I got for you all. So make sure you hydrate that like button, follow me on Twitter, all that, man. It's your boy Crypto down here.